Welcome to the 2024 NASCAR weekend at Sonoma Raceway for June 7th through the 9th of 2024. This weekend, there is the ARCA West Series General Tire 200, the Xfinity Series Zip By Now, Pay Later 250, and the Cup Series Toyota Save Mart 350. Last week, the Cup and the Truck Series was at Worldwide Technology Raceway, and Xfinity was at Portland International Raceway. In the Truck Series at Worldwide Technology Raceway, we had the top three contenders finish first, second, and third. Corey Heim was first, currently second in points. Christian Eck is second, currently first in points. And Nick Sanchez third, currently third in points. In the Xfinity race at Portland, Shane Van Gisbergen won and showed us a new celebration of burning out around the track and signing a rugby ball and punting it into the stands. He was followed by Justin Allgaier in second and Sammy Smith in third. My pick, Sam Mayer, hit the wall with his back left tire late in the race, giving him a flat and dropping him to 28th. In the very exciting final event of the weekend, we saw Christopher Bell win stage 1 and 2 in the Cup race. His engine started to expire and he dropped out of first and somehow finished in 7th. Ryan Blaney was in first and ran out of gas with 1 lap to go and coasted to a 24th place finish. This left the door open for Austin Cindric to win the race. Denny Hamlin was second and Brad Keselowski third. It was one of the most chaotic finishes I have seen in quite a while. Both Bell and Blaney deserved the win as they were very dominant when out in front. Unfortunately, crazy things happened and Cindric secured him a berth in the playoffs. If you have not seen the highlights, I recommend watching about the last 15 laps. It is worth it. On Friday at Sonoma is the ARCA West practice at 1:40 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by qualifying at 3:10 p.m. Eastern Time. No coverage for those events. Xfinity practices at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time, with tape-delayed coverage at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. Cup practice at 5:05 p.m. Eastern Time, with tape-delayed coverage at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. The ARCA West General Tire is at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Flow Racing. Saturday's coverage starts at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time with the Xfinity qualifying on FS1. Cup qualifying is at 6 p.m. Eastern on FS2. The Xfinity Series Zip By Now, Pay Later 250 is at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. The final event of Sunday is the Cup Series Toyota Save Mart 350 at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. This is the final broadcast for the Cup and Xfinity on Fox this year. Trucks will be on FS1 for the remainder of the season as it has been in the past years. The Cup and Xfinity switch to NBC with Iowa on USA Network next week. Xfinity Series switches to CW Network on September 20th at Bristol. It will be interesting to see who is in the booth for this year's NBC broadcast, since Dale Earnhardt Jr. is not with NBC. From what I have seen, it could be like Fox had in 2022 and 2023 when Jeff Gordon stepped away from the booth. We do know Jimmy Johnson will do 4 races this season. The weather at Sonoma Raceway is looking nice for the weekend. Friday's high is around 75 degrees, 78 degrees on Saturday, and 78 degrees on Sunday. No mention of anything but mostly clear skies for the races this weekend. All weather is found on weather.gov. Last year at Sonoma, we had a Cup driver sweep in the Xfinity race. Now retired, Eric Almirola was first. AJ Allmendinger, who is now a full-time Xfinity driver, second. And Kyle Larson, who just got a waiver for missing the Coke 600, was third. Sam Mayer is my pick to win this weekend at Sonoma. After this point in the season last year, Mayer went on to win every other road race. I do not consider the Chicago street race in those stats. Mayer is currently in 12th in points with an average finish of 18.154. Mayer also has 1 win this season. I am hoping he can repeat the late season success from last year. AJ Allmendinger has been decent in his career on road courses. He even won a Cup race at the Charlotte Roval last year. He is back in the Xfinity Series and looks to hit victory lane once again. Since he did not race in the Xfinity Series full-time last year, I do not have any average finish stats to look at. I know that he is always a threat to contend for the win on road courses. That is why I have him as a wild card this weekend. Shane Van Gisbergen is my final wild card pick of the weekend. Since he won last week, it would be foolish to not include him as a wild card. This season, he is currently 14th in points with an average finish of 15.385. He has some work to do on ovals, but has figured it out on the road courses. I look for him to contend for the checkered flag on Saturday. There were several other drivers that I considered for this weekend, but only decided to choose 2 wild cards as I have all season. Justin Allgaier has an average finish of 12.66 since the beginning of 2023 on road courses. Cole Custer has a 10.5 average finish in that time, and the last mention is Austin Hill with an average of 8.77 on roads. I think all of these drivers will be ones to watch this weekend. Ricky Rudd won the first Cup race at Sonoma in 1989. Since then, Jeff Gordon is the all-time winner with 5 victories: 1998, 1999, 2000, 2004, and 2006. The current drivers that have won at Sonoma are Kyle Busch, 2008 and 2015. Kyle Larson, 2021. Daniel Suarez, 2022. Martin Truex Jr. with 4 wins in 2013, 2018, 2019, and 2023. A win this year puts him in an all-time tie with Jeff Gordon. Last year, Martin Truex Jr. won, Kyle Busch was second, and Joey Logano third. This year, I have Martin Truex Jr. repeating his win from last year. Truex is currently 4th in points with an 11.86 average finish. He is also averaging 10.16 on road courses since the beginning of 2023. I am looking for him to secure his spot in the playoffs with a win this weekend. My first wild card is William Byron. Byron won on the only road course so far this season at COTA. Since the beginning of the 2023 season, Byron has one other win at Watkins Glen last year. Byron has an average finish of 6.167 over the road courses since 2023. He should be very competitive on Sunday. My final wild card is Tyler Reddick. He has 1 win since the beginning of the 2023 season at COTA. In that time, he has an average finish of 7.5 on road courses. On the most recent road course at COTA, Reddick had an 8th place finish. As with the Xfinity drivers, it was tough to pick just 2 wild cards. Chris Buescher has an average of 7.5 since 2023, Alex Bowman 9.6 average, Ty Gibbs 8.5, and Chase Elliott 12.8. With those average finishes, you can see why it was hard to pick just 2 wild cards this week. Let me know who you think will win this weekend at Sonoma. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the weekend of racing at Sonoma Raceway.